Hi, good day, good night, good evening, depending on what time you happen to be watching this. Welcome to another episode of House of Stars. I'm your girl Star, and today, as you can see from the title, we're doing a video on how you give offerings at the water, okay? I usually keep this part of my life really private. I've never really documented any rituals or anything that I've done, but I'm gonna go see Oshun today, and she said, why don't you document it so people can know how to give offerings to me at the water? So today I'm on the way there. I was catching the elevator. I just dropped off my son at the good old grandparents because of course I want to be able to concentrate and everything, and do my petitions as necessary. So I'm going by myself because this is a water ritual for myself. So yeah. So come journey with me as I go to the water. Okay, so I'm taking public transportation because, of course, I don't know if any of you guys actually have had a dream about being on the train at all, right? Probably always wonder what that symbolizes. So the train actually represents our journeys in life. So since I am doing a ritual pertaining to my journey in life or whatever the case may be, even how I travel there is very important to how it contributes to my ritual. As you can see, I'm wearing yellow. I'm wearing my colors because this is a ritual for Oshun. And the actual place, when I show you guys, it literally has a train that runs over the river. So I'm going to show you how it looks. So that means when you see the trains are represented by a gun. So it's a gun, there's a pathway, which is a legua. So there's all different symbolisms. So meaning based on each element of where I'm actually doing a ritual, I have to give a offering to each Orisha along the way. So journey with me as I'm taking this train. Well, first I'm taking a bus, but the train to go do this ritual. Here we go, down to the subway. Okay, there's no buskers here. No one's playing music or anything like that. Usually I always give an offering or like a tip to the music people, but there's no buskers or anything today. Music is another thing that's associated with a gun. Well, artistic talent is associated with a gun, and I believe, well, like what's the drums? And there's different musical instruments that are associated with other Orishas. But usually I give an offering of some kind before I get onto the train. But since there's nobody here, I guess I'm not gonna get one. So hold on, where am I going? So I'm going westbound because I gotta go all the way west to Old Mill, which is the Humber River. I really, really like this spot. So we're gonna sit on the train and chill out until we get to our stop, and then I'll kind of show you the pathways and everything and explain everything and what you want, not just only in the space, but not just in the ritual what you give for offering, but even the area of where you give your offerings. Like my first real vlog. I don't really know how to vlog, of course, as you can tell. So I don't even know like what shots I should be getting and stuff. But then again, it's like I don't really want people to know where I live. Well, or my parents live or anything like that, because I gotta be careful with that because people are crazy, people are weird. So yeah. Everyone knows I live in Toronto. Well, you see the station. But yeah, I'm just kind of like, do I care to see certain things? Like, what do you guys want to see? You want to see a shot of this? You want to see a shot of that? You want to see how Torontonian trains look? Like, I don't know. Okay, so on the train, bro, we have like, I think we have like 10 stops or something like that. It's all the way at the end of the yellow line. But at the same time, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm just gonna kick back and listen to some music and shit. And I need to double check my offerings because I want to petition 2 different things. Like, so this is a ritual solely for me. Like, just me. Just like, I'm very big on like self-love, self-preservation, and just, always keeping yourself up to par. Especially when you are a parent, you want to make sure that you're always taking care of yourself so that you're at your best and you're at your peak, so that when you're performing at your best, you're able to even parent even better. So that's why I always make sure to take time. I always say to mothers, like make sure that you're taking care a post just came up, and my girl's like sending you flowers. You know what I mean? Like, always make sure you give yourself some flowers. Don't worry about people loving you. Love yourself first. So we're almost there. It's not that bad. So I haven't done a train ride in so long. Because usually I take Ubers everywhere, especially from somewhere. But we're almost there. I think we should be there next 2 stops. So we're going down there. All right, so here we are. 1 second. Okay, so we're at Oshun Station. I gotta figure out where the heck I'm going. But yeah, we're at the station now. We're on the way to the river. I'm gonna show you this walk. It's really scenic. It's really cute. Yeah. Oh gosh, I forget which way I go again because I haven't been here in a minute. So a little trick I do when I need to know where I'm going. And I need a little help because Allega rules all the roads. I stomp my feet 3 times. And that gives me confirmation. And guys, and then he'll guide me exactly where he wants me to be. I believe it's left, the direction I go. I haven't been here in a minute, so yeah, it's left. It's left. So yeah, here we go to go do this ritual. And my homeboy, Allegua, never fails. That's my charging. If anyone knows, one day I'll tell my story. But, like, anytime I went into battle, bro, that's always been my dude. So these stairs are hella crazy. And I have a cart with me, so I'm not going to record me going down. Oh, people are coming up right now, child. Okay, so, yeah, this is where the camera goes down. So as you can see here, I'm talking about the scenic route. You remember I was mentioning earlier about picking your right location where to do your actual rituals. So the rocks are associated with Allegua. So as you can see, the staircase coming down, and you're just met on rocks. This is actually the support, like barricade, or this is like the bridge, pretty much under. And under the bridge, there's rocks, right? So it's like water over the bridge, so to speak. Even though like there's not water that goes over these bridges, it's actually cars that go over these bridges. On the other side is actually the train. But this is why I love this river, just because it acts like it has like an element of all the orishas once you get to the water, or on your way to the water before you get there. So yeah, it's a really good place to do rituals. So now as you hit down the staircase, there's a forest. See, there's streams of water. Obviously, that shows the lines of the river. But the forest represents Achosi. It represents Usain, which Usain is a herbal, the Orisha of herbalism. And Usain and Achosi, he rules over all the forests. So you see the bridge here. So walking down, that's the train station where I came out. But down there by the water is where you're going to actually buck the river. So a lot of people come here to go fishing. We actually have salmon in the water. So of course, if you're doing anything that has to do with abundance, try to pick a body of water that actually has life in it. See, in Toronto specifically, there's a lot of our waters that have been polluted, so there's not life in the water. But, you know, if you're looking to do anything that has to do with abundance or anything like that, make sure that there's life in the water. So this is all scene. There's a lot of art here, like Native Indian art. Again, going back to talents and everything like that relates to Ogun. But yeah, we're almost at the water. See, those are the boats over there where people go canoeing and fish and all that. Here we are. We meet at a rock again. So this is at the entry point of where I'm going. So you know, before you do anything, you got to pay your dues to Allegua. So here we go. We got 3 dimes as an offering to give to Allegua, because I would be giving offerings down at the water over there, which I'm going to give you a closer look. So I share Allegua. That's the 3 dimes as an offering that I'm giving him, so that he can open the gate so I can speak to the Orishas. Now I remember why I usually don't come in the daytime, because they do have a space where you can actually rent the boats, and people do come to fish. So I am right here at the water, but I'm trying to find me like a nice, like somewhat secluded spot to myself, because of course I want to be able to do my prayers, take my time, and whatever the case may be, and not disturb anyone else while they're trying to canoe and stuff. But let me just give you guys a view of the water and the train. So this is the water, and if you hear that sound, that's the train running at the top. So this would intersect with a gun. So a gun, he removes everything out of your passageway, right? So we have a leg where he rolls the roads. We have a gun that cuts and clears everything out of your passageway, and then we have a shun that intersects with that, right? So it's like removal, bring in. So I think this is a spot that I'm gonna choose. To be honest, I don't want to go too far out. But there's a beautiful, okay, so clearly people have been camping out here, making fires and stuff. So I am going to throw my offerings into the water. See, look at the beautiful view. Keep in mind, of course, when you're giving offerings, especially containers or anything like that that's not biodegradable, be mindful not to put those things in the water. Of course, we want to be able to respect nature and respect all good things that God has made. But if you're good to Mother Nature is good to you. So obviously the offerings that I've decided to throw in the water or to give are all things that are biodegradable. So like, you know, the wildlife can eat it and things like that. Or if they don't, it can break down in the water and do its thing. Oh my God, there's mosquitoes out here. But yeah. I'm gonna go light this candle for her. She'll light this candle represented by the Spirit of Oshun. You know, I'm hoping it stays lit. If it doesn't, at least the intention's there. And this is when I start singing to her and praying and doing my petitions. But yeah, that I won't be recording. But yes, see people canoeing right there. Gotta love a Toronto summer, man. Look at them, they look amazing. Girl, I'm at the river ready to give some offerings, and look so I open ritual. So that's when I sing to water. When I see the ripples in the water, this is when I know, for myself that is, that the spirits are hearing my petition. And yeah, so that's the ripples on the water right now. So I started my first part of my ritual, then I'm getting into my second part, which I'm going to show you guys a little trick with that, especially when it comes to Oshun, because so people don't realize, or people don't always know, that Oshun is also the Orisha over wishes. So whatever wishes that you have, especially what I do is that I say a wish on each orange or each offering and throw it in the water. Okay, so here's my, though my nails are not done. Here is my orange. Well, specifically right now I'm giving a grapefruit because for the petition that I'm doing, it's in alignment for what I'm wishing for, what I'm petitioning. So I'm using my left hand, guys, so this one may suck. So, Ashe. Okay, so what I do for divination too in the water, if I know when she's gonna hear the petition, is how far my throw goes, right? So see how it's closer to the shore or to the riverbank? That means that's a petition that she will actually fulfill rather soon. Okay, so I've put in all my offerings in the water. Some are going way up the riverbank already. It's getting dark and the mosquitoes are out here like fucking crazy. They eating me alive, child. Whew. I live downtown. I live in a concrete jungle. So like, I haven't got any mosquito bites yet this year, but child, these ones are just, they're just eating me alive. So I feel really good for my ritual. I just closed out, said my prayers, whatever. Let me make sure that I out this candle, child, because we wouldn't want to fire or anything like that. My spirit's telling me to leave it here. To leave it here. So I'm gonna leave the candle here even though it's out. So I'm gonna head out. Oh, there's a train. I don't know if you actually saw that because, like, of course, like, using my phone and I can't turn the camera on. But all right, so I'm gonna close this out. I hope this was educational for you. I hope you guys like this vlog and everything. If you have any questions on how to do a ritual at all, please leave that in the description box. I'll answer your questions promptly. So I do want to thank you guys for your time and rock with me. May God bless you and the angels protect you. Good night. Look at the moon. We're in a waxing moon right now because we just had a new moon. Ashe.